Higher ed is in need of reform. It's December 26, 2024, and these are your headlines. Over the next few days, Texas Scorecard's looking back at some of the biggest stories from this year and what to look forward to next year when the legislature comes into session. Months of investigation reveals a lot of work remains to reform Texas's universities. Over the past few years, rejecting the diversity, equity, and inclusion ideology has gained momentum in Texas and nationwide. In 2023, Governor Abbott signed Senate Bill 17 into law, a statewide ban on DEI in higher education. The law prohibits universities from establishing a DEI office, using DEI criteria and hiring practices, or requiring employees to attend DEI training. However, it doesn't apply to academic instruction. Well, Texas Scorecard spent the last year examining the state's higher education institutions and found multiple universities still advancing DEI and LGBTQ plus AI agendas. Additional issues such as exposure to national security threats and problems with faculty and staff were also uncovered. Questions like Texas A&M's relationship with terrorists supporting Qatar and the university's Qatar campus. In January of this year, a report found that Texas A&M's partnership with Qatar threatened national security. Researchers raised more security questions regarding Texas A&M's relationship with the nation. The University of Texas exposed itself as well. In October, Texas A&M and UT's investment firm, UTIMCO, was found to have bought shares in more than 50 Chinese companies. And yet some actions are being taken to secure Texas's institutions. For example, following the Qatar reports, in February, the Texas A&M Systems Board of Regents voted 7-1 to close the Qatar campus, which is set to happen in the next 4 years. The UTIMCO revelation has stirred Governor Greg Abbott. He ordered UTIMCO and all other state entities to halt new investments in China and divest from existing holdings linked to the CCP. With the legislature set to convene in just a couple weeks now, fiscal responsibility advocates are pressing for lawmakers to follow through on a ban to end taxpayer-funded lobbying. Now, you heard about taxpayer-funded lobbying? It's a big issue. Essentially, it's a practice where cities, counties, school districts, local governments hire lobbyists with tax revenue that then work to advance policies that benefit local governments, often at the expense of citizens, the taxpayers. A 2019 poll from the Texas Public Policy Foundation showed that 88% of Texans oppose it. In addition, the issue is a legislative priority for the Republican Party of Texas this session. However, lawmakers have repeatedly failed to pass a ban. A recent study by the Huffines Liberty Foundation revealed that local governments spend about $75 million on registered lobbyists. That was in 2021, not including, by the way, the salaries of in-house lobbyists and funds funneled to pro-government associations, such as the Texas Municipal League and the Texas Association of School Boards. That means that the actual cost of taxpayer-funded lobbying is in reality much higher.
Hey folks, Chris Salcedo here. I've got something special for you, the Salcedo Storm podcast. As your friendly, liberty-loving Latino, I bring you a mix of engaging discussions to help us fight for our state and our conservative values. It's the perfect way to stay informed and engaged in what's happening around you. So, what are you waiting for? Don't miss out on the storm of information and entertainment coming your way. The Salcedo Storm podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts.
In the last year, Texas has taken some steps to protect children from harmful and sexually explicit material. For example, during the last legislative session, lawmakers passed House Bill 1181, which requires commercial pornography websites to use reasonable methods to verify that users are at least 18 years of age before they can access X-rated content online. Violators face a $10,000 fine per day. The largest online platform for sharing pornography had sued Texas, along with other pro-porn plaintiffs, to keep HB 1181 from taking effect. They claimed that the law violated the First Amendment. In March, the U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals sided with Texas, upholding the law's age verification requirement as constitutional. As a result, some of the biggest platforms have decided to shut down entirely in Texas, instead of requiring age verification for its users, which tells you a lot about what they actually prioritize. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.